People play out their lives and never having seen everything that there is to see, everywhere that there is to go. Nowadays, the cities are getting bigger. And people are living in the modern world, but like a colony of ants, busy at work, finding love, settling in, and raising families, living. But there's a bigger part of life that's gone since my granddad's youth. Horses, carts, old stove cooking, hard winters and quiet sunny days. In my younger years, after my own father's death, I'd saddle up and I'd ride down to the river. Sunlight glistening on the water, me listening to the sound of the wind in a forest of trees. I'd fish and I'd wade oh so quiet in the cold waters, listening. I'd cast and wait, watching the fly float down the stream, waiting for that dip or bubble or the snap on the pole, the flash of silver down below. I'd pull back on the rod and I'd drop a floppy fish into my vest pocket. And there it would waddle and play until it slowly settled and slept. During those times, I'd listen for my granddad's voice, to hear him speak to me. I wanted to know what happened to him, how he died. Perhaps round the next bend in the river, he found his fate. Mining back in those days was pretty rough. You searched for gold in all the creeks and gullies, and hoping to find little vein of white quartz inside the granite. Thousands of years of weight pushing down on the rock, and where it gets heaviest is where you might find little small pieces of gold. Depending on the size of the rock and the amount round you, you use your pick to break away shards of rock and soil to find pieces as big as your fist. Sometimes you had to dig up river mud and shovel it into a sluice box you set on the riverbank. Your great-granddad was a miner. He went his own way from the Empire mine, where he spent his days digging away like an ant, filling endless carts of ore to the top, where it would be sifted and filtered and processed and sent out as shiny bricks of precious metal. Product made from the sweat of 100 men. He left the mine. He followed the river upstream and with his tools and his fishing gear to find his own way, to be master of his own fate. People living down in the valley nowadays, they got cheating and robbery and killing, but they got the police, and with the police there comes a bigger government telling everyone how to behave, how to conform. Back in your great-granddad's day, you had no law. You had your wits and a gun, and most important, a knack for being real quiet, invisible, smart. Your great-granddad was a very wise man. He knew how to be quiet and not be noticed. But you show up in town with a couple of nuggets in your sack, There's all sorts of vultures around the place wanting to follow you. Find out what you got. Worse, you go into the county clerk and file a claim. They'll be waiting for you, wanting you to lead them back to your mine where they're fixing to shoot you in the back and pillage your bounty. Yes, they was dangerous times, all right. They killed him in cold blood. He was a simple man. He had his own passions and his own ideas. Those leeches, those murderers, they got their own. 'Cause they ain't around anymore. They've been gone a long time. But they got theirs. They got their own. And God doesn't forget. Nor do I. They wasn't after his gold. It was after his dreams. Down in the valley today, it's all the same. They ain't after your car, your wife, your bank account. They're after you. They want what you got because they ain't smart enough or strong enough or blessed enough to get it themselves. Oh, yes, your grandfather was a good man, good in every way. But you know, there's few men, like your pappy, who'll never get to see their dreams come true. Because they're getting sucked up from the folks down in the valley.
Dad, I live in the valley.
Yeah, right.
This modern world is the only one I got. Now, I know what you're saying. Seems like I can crawl to my skin sometimes. Driving all around through the town, stocking every convenience store. I look to the levees. I think to myself, I could do that. Head up to the mountains, live on my own.
No. You got a family now. No, you're doing the right thing. You're raising your son, which is a hell of a lot better than I ever got.
You raised me.
Oh, I ain't talking about that. You're raising your kid like I should have been raised, except I had no dad like me.
Do you remember him much?
I remember just a little. He was a lot like you. Could spend a lifetime out in the mountains and never come back, and hunt and fish and live off the land by himself.
Hey, where's that piece of paper?
My, oh my. It's over there.
Over here?
No, down there. Over one, down. Yeah, that's it. Give it here. Give it here. They're after you. You know, son, you don't know what it's like to really hate someone. Nobody ever stole from you the first memories of your life, your body and flesh from where you come. You make like God in the form of yourself as you will become. like living. It's like killing the person you need to become. Your legs busted up like a case of rickets. Except it's in your heart. This here claim is your grandfather's right to be the man you are today, free, with wealth beyond his reckoning, a family, and no burdens to bear.
I want to find that place. You know, nothing's going to bring him back. And I feel you, Dad. The worst part about it is you spend perfectly good time just thinking about it. I mean, there ain't no better granddad than the one and only granddad. No barbarian could take such a gentle soul as yours, my friend. Sometimes I think you make him up to be yourself, just to be strong. You know, all the heroes are living in the valley now, raising their kids, making a living, selling stuff. By their pretense, found peace on my hand. Consent to warn themselves. 1851, March 3rd. You know, I want to find this place. I don't know if there's gold there. But you want to know, don't you, Pa? You say this happened on the South Fork. But what if it happened on the North Fork? Or some other river? That's it. I'm gonna go up there again. I'll fish it on Saturday. Hey, can you watch the little guy for us? Wendy's got another meeting.
Yeah, we'll make pancakes.
There it is. Granddad, are you warm? You want something warmer?
Yep. Yeah, that little minx I met down the Delta last 4-H. She's a real go-getter, if you know what I mean.
Granddad.